In the beginning, darkness was over the face of the deep. God said, "Let there be light," and the darkness was shattered. He separated the waters and called the canopy sky. He gathered the oceans, and dry land rose from the depths. The earth brought forth grass, herbs, and fruit trees. He made the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. The waters swarmed with whales and living creatures, and birds flew above the earth across the sky. The earth brought forth cattle and beasts of the wild. So God created man in his own image. God saw everything he made, and behold, it was good. God formed man from the dust of the ground. He breathed life into him, and man became a living soul. He placed him in Eden, a lush paradise. In the center stood the tree of life, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A crystal river flowed out to water the garden. God put the man there to work it and keep it. Adam named the animals, but found no helper. So the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon him. From his side God made a woman. Adam said, "At last, this is bone of my bones." They were naked and felt no shame. Now the serpent was more crafty than any beast. He whispered, "Did God really say?" He lied, saying, "You will not surely die." Eve saw the fruit was good for wisdom. She took some and ate it. She gave some to her husband, and he ate. Suddenly they realized they were naked. They hid from the Lord amongst the trees. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. God said, "Cursed is the ground because of you." The Lord made garments of skin to clothe them, and he drove them out to guard the tree of life. Life outside the garden was hard and dusty. Eve gave birth to Cain and Abel. Cain brought some fruits of the soil, but Abel brought the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel, but not on Cain. God warned him, "Sin is crouching at your door." Cain spoke to his brother in the field, and when they were alone, Cain attacked him. The Lord asked, "Where is your brother?" God said, "Your brother's blood cries out to me." The Lord put a mark on Cain to protect him. So Cain went out and lived in the land of Nod. The Nephilim were on the earth, and the sons of God came down. The Lord saw that human wickedness was great. His heart was filled with pain, and he grieved. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. God told him, "Make yourself an ark of gopher wood." Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Pairs of all creatures came to the ark. And then the Lord shut him in. The springs of the deep burst forth, the waters rose and covered the mountains. Months later, Noah sent out a raven and a dove. The dove returned with an olive leaf. Hope was found. They came out of the ark, and Noah built an altar. God set his rainbow in the clouds as a promise. The whole world had one language and a common speech. They said, "Come, let us bake bricks." They said, "Come, let us build a city and a tower." They wanted to make a name for themselves. They tried to reach the heavens. But the Lord came down to see the city. God said, "Let us confuse their language." So the Lord scattered them over all the earth. They stopped building, and the city was called Babel. In the land of Uz lived a man named Job. He was blameless and upright. Satan asked, "Does Job fear God for nothing? You have put a hedge around him and his house." Suddenly enemies attacked and took everything. Fire fell from the sky, and a wind struck his house. Job tore his robe and worshipped. Then Satan afflicted Job with painful sores. Job sat in the ashes and scraped his skin. His wife said, "Curse God and die."
But Job replied, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord."
3 friends came to comfort him. They sat with him for 7 days in silence. Finally, Job opened his mouth and cursed his birth. His friend said, "Who, being innocent, has ever perished?" Job replied, "I have not denied the Holy One." He said, "God is the maker of the stars. He is not a mortal like me that I might answer him. If only there were someone to mediate between us." Zophar said, "God has forgotten some of your sin." Job laughed, "Doubtless you are the only people who know anything. Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. At least there is hope for a tree to sprout again. If a man dies, will he live again?" Job looked up. "My witness is in heaven.